Running. Talking. Today, I tried to beat Fallout New Vegas as a pacifist. So this challenge is something I've wanted to do for quite a while, and I had plans to try and do this in Fallout 4 because I saw a method of how to do it, so, well, I'm going to try to do this in Fallout New Vegas first. So with that, let's just get into it. So, I first started off by picking my traits. Now usually, I just drain charisma to 1 because it's completely useless, which is true because you could just put up your speech skill, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put it up to 10. So that's what I did. Then for my skills, I did the obvious of barter and speech, as well as medicine for some health. And for my traits, I picked skilled and wild wasteland, since honestly, those are the ones that I would always do. I then dropped my weapon since, you know, I wouldn't be needing them. And I made my way towards New Vegas. So on the way, it was a pretty uneventful walk. I made my way towards the quarry and Sloan. So with that, we just went on running, and I got towards Neil's shack. Now, Neil's shack had a couple super mutants nearby, and this became a tiny issue because, you see, the super mutants, what they like to do is chase after me, so I had to run away because a bunch of super mutants started chasing me. So I ran up this hill where all these bear traps were, and see, super mutant, he stepped on all the bear traps for me, so it was not that big of a deal, so I just kept running until he was left behind. So I made my way all the way past that area, past the mountains, and towards the Repcon HQ, and made my way towards New Vegas. Now, usually, what I like to do is have luck, so I can just gamble and get money to get into New Vegas, but, I don't have that luxury, or, well, I do, but I decided it would be, I think, better for me if, you know, I could have just gotten there through Camp McCarran. So that's what I decided to do, because I honestly just didn't want to gamble at Blackjack again. So I went through the monorail and made my way into New Vegas. And with that, I made my way to the tops. Now, a cool thing happened at the tops here. You see, when I was talking to the greeter, there's an option just saying, "I'm not actually armed," which is a cool little speech thing, I guess. So that was interesting. I then completed the quest because I saw Benny, and I leveled up a couple times. So what we did was I dumped all my points in the speech, and dumped my perk point into Swift Learner, and then for level 3, just more points in the speech. So I talked to Benny and made my way immediately to his penthouse, and I spoke with him, and, you know, he seemed like a nice guy, and that's why I waited by the elevator immediately, so when he called up his goons, I could just run out. Because, yeah, he's not a very trustworthy guy, so I ran all the way out of there and made my way out towards New Vegas. So I spoke to Fulpez, and then I actually had to go back in the tops because I forgot to speak to Yes Man, so just had to do that, get his whole mission quest line. And you see, usually because I would have the platinum chip by this point, I would just go and kill Mr. House, but you see, Pacifist run, don't have the platinum chip, and I can't kill him. So I leveled up after talking to Yes Man, and picked Educated and dumped points into skills, and then leveling up again, even more points into speech, and I had to go to Caesar. And this is where I took the other road now. So on the way there, it was very, very uneventful. I was just running the entire way. There was this funny little interaction here, where the convict just said, "Hey man," and then I looked at him, he pointed his gun at me, and just said, "Get out of here," and I just ran away. So, it was funny, and sadly, I could not kill Oliver. This was the worst part of the run. I couldn't kill Oliver. But I made my way past him, through Nipton, and just ran by every single enemy here, and made my way towards Cottonwood Cove. Now here, I spoke with the Legion and got into the fort. I then spoke with Caesar and got the platinum chip from him, so I could finally progress a little bit. So with the platinum chip, I was able to go into the weather station, insert the platinum chip, and go into this underground bunker. Now in here, this is where I would talk to and meet Mr. House. So I made my way through the weather station, just running by all these bots, and yeah, I hadn't been in the weather station for quite a while, so I just had to run by every single bot here, and also the laser turrets. Now, laser turrets did not do as much as the bots, but they did do quite a lot of damage, so having a lot of stimpaks was very nice. So with that all done, I had everything I needed. I completed the thing for Caesar, so everything was good, I thought. But funny thing is when I went up to Mr. House, you know, I actually went into the Lucky 38, and I was gonna do the thing for Yes Man to disable him. I went into the chamber, and it was completely, you know, broke. I couldn't disable. Like, the game was bugged. So I looked through all this, and apparently the game can just bug and not let me do this, or it's like a bug with the stage. So I went to Yes Man to see if that would work. So I returned to him, but it still had the, you know, kill or disable Mr. House. So with the help of a couple commands to fix the game, I finally could actually go up to the terminal and disable Mr. House. So that was lucky, because if I couldn't find that, I don't think this would have been possible, because my game was just completely, like, not working. So I'm glad I figured it out, because apparently one of the stages just bugged when I was, like, getting the quest. So I leveled up, took 100 in speech and more points of medicine, as well as toughness, and then it is the final stretch of running around the entire Mojave. So speaking to Mortimer, and then I go to the Omertas, and then I decided to finally put Yes Man in the computer, which it should have been way sooner, but I did do this whole thing, or this whole run once, but yeah, it kind of bugged out with that whole Mr. House situation, so that's why this run I'm doing is actually the second one. So on level 7, I buffed up my medicine a little bit more and ran over to the boomers. And with that, I ran inside and spoke to Pearl, and after the boomers were fully sorted and they were all good, I went over to the Hidden Valley bunker. Now here was something funny. If you look here, the sky just completely changes whenever you get to Hidden Valley. It's kind of funny. So I jumped over the edge of, like, the fence to get into Hidden Valley, and then I went into the bunker to talk to the BOS. Now, this is the only part of the game that, like, if they had the section where you had to kill the ranger, then it wouldn't be possible, but luckily the game was made to where I was actually able to just speak to the ranger. So yeah, just talk to the ranger, tell him there's some powder gangers in the bunkers, and he will just run away, and that finally gets me to get the collar removed from me. So I was able to talk to the Brotherhood and finish that. And now was the run to Red Rock, where I had to deal with fiends shooting me from every single direction, and it was not very good. So I ran by all of South Vegas and made my way to Red Rock Canyon, where I completed the quest. And with that, I went over to talk to Yes Man, and we had to go turn on the El Dorado substation. So that is very good. So I went over and I powered the substation, and the NCR were not very happy about it. So they responded with a couple bullets. You know, reasonable. I then went over to the New Vegas Medical Clinic, where I spoke to the doctor to get some stim packs. Now, I didn't gamble this run, so I didn't actually buy that many. I bought like 2, which is not that much, but they should do a good amount of healing because of my medicine level. I then went to sleep to get back some of my HP, and then I spoke to Yes Man and made my way to Hoover Dam. So at Hoover Dam, it is just the train true, just running through everything, And here, I had to speak to the NCR troopers to actually get inside and install the override chip. So with that all installed, I had to turn on the power for the dam. You know, shocker! Usually I just blow up the Hoover Dam, but you know, this time, since I already had the, you know, Securitrons from the weather station, I decided, you know what, I'll just turn on the dam instead. So with that, I ran over to the Legate, spoke to him, and everything was good, you know. He just listened to me because, I don't know, I just guess he wanted to. So leveled up, took a point in toughness, put some points into medicine, and then I had to speak to General Lee Oliver. So this was a very simple, I just spoke to him, and then I had to, you know, actually not get him killed, which is probably the hardest thing here. So I had to find the exact dialogue option so he would not get shot by all of the Securitrons. So with that, I spoke to Yes Man, and everything was done. So with that, I was able to beat the game as a pacifist. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm thinking about trying to do this in Fallout 4. I know it's very hard to do, but I've seen like videos of people trying to do it, or like even being able to do it, so I wanted to think about doing that. So if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. But with that, thank you for watching, and peace.